Hello and welcome to Level Die. My name is Nick, and today we're talking about Mass Effect 2. I'm joined by my good friend and Mass Effect expert, Michael.
I wouldn't go that far, but I've played them like multiple times.
How many times did you play 2?
About 8+ times. I don't know the cap.
That's a lot of times. So we talk about a lot of sequels on this podcast.
Before the originals.
What?
We talk about like the sequels before the originals.
Yeah. That's just sort of my method. I don't know. But I liked Mass Effect 2 better than Mass Effect 1. So I would rather talk about 2. I played 2, I think like 4 or 5 times. You know, I would always just I'd get halfway and then I'd start a new character. Because that was always the best part of Mass Effect 2 because of the powers. We talked about this the other night.
Yeah.
Because, like you were saying, you only get a few powers per class. So it's fun to, I played Soldier with no powers. What about, name me all the classes. Vanguard, Sentinel.
So there's the three like base classes, which is Soldier, Adept, and Engineer. And Engineer is like tech powers, Adept is like space magic powers, and then Soldier is just gun powers.
Yeah.
And then there's like the three classes that combine those three classes. So Infiltrator combines Soldier and Engineer. So you have like guns and tech powers. Sentinel combines tech powers and magic powers. So it's Adept and Engineer. And then
Vanguard.
Yeah, Vanguard is Soldier and magic powers.
And that's your favorite class.
Yeah, it's my favorite class.
Because what's that rush move called?
Yeah, it's like token skill is biotic charge. So like if you can see like any enemy on the map, you can like press the triangle button for me because I played on PS3. So you press triangle, then you just basically just fly straight towards the target and just bull rush them and just like make them fly off the screen if they don't have the shields.
Yeah.
And they also I mean, we're basically talking about all the classes right now, but Vanguard gets access to shotguns, which makes sense because you just basically teleport straight to the target and you get the best close range weapon in the game, which is shotguns, and you just like blow their heads off.
Hell yeah. I liked Infiltrator the best. I just like invisibility in any game. Invisibility is super fun. There was a game called Dark Sector, and I played the fuck out of that. I'm going to do a podcast on that game eventually. I'm going to have to get Nick on it because he's the only one that's played it. Oh, shit, it's on my Steam, bro. You can play it. Boom.
I
Boom.
can.
But one of the first powers you get is fucking invisibility. And you can turn invisible, and then you can just insta-kill any enemy from behind with like a stealth attack. Fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, and since I have like over 800 hours in Mass Effect 3, Tactical Cloak is considered like the most overpowered skill in the game because you get like 4 to 8 seconds of invisibility, plus you get an 80% damage bonus for like no reason at all. And combine that with, I don't get why a move that turns you invisible would have been good by itself, but to like basically double your damage output, like I don't see any reason why they should combine those two. And combine
stealth. It's the sneak critical attack. That's always been a thing.
Yeah, but like my first class I played when I picked up Mass Effect 2 was Infiltrator because I had the same mindset as you, like, oh, Infiltrator sounds really cool, like invisibility and sniper rifles, and then I played it.
Trash.
No, it was pretty good, but halfway through I was like, why did they give the invisibility skill to the class with the longest range weapon? It would make more sense.
That was one of the things I didn't like either. I wish I would have had an assault rifle or a shotgun.
Yeah, they should have given it to shotgun, which is, like I said, in Mass Effect 3, they allow you to basically pick any weapon you want to put on your character. So once I got invisibility plus a shotgun, it was way more fun to play because then you get to turn invisible, then you have 4 seconds, you just like run straight at the enemy or like go around a box or something and flank it, then blow their heads off.
Dynamite. Fucking dynamite. I think... I love turret-based classes, like classes where you could summon a robot. I've always been a big fan of that. But Engineer kind of fucking blows.
Yeah, it's really boring.
That little, round ball thing that you get, trash. Absolute fucking trash.
Yeah,
I really wish that it would have been like a cooler looking robot to begin
Yeah.
with, and then it be a stronger class because it was like so fucking. Like you have like the Shatter Shields ability, like the
Overload.
what is it called?
Overload.
Overload. Yeah. And then you have like your drone.
Incinerate.
Oh, and Incinerate. Is that the fire bullets?
Yeah. No, that's the fireball
The
that like you shoot.
fireball. Yeah. Yeah, which that's a pretty good power. Fireball's pretty good, but
Yeah.
the drone, like the main point to play engineer was fucking shitty. I got to like that tower in Mass Effect 2, like it's like a skyscraper on like one of the planets and you're like trying to save some chick or something. What the fuck was that? You're like running
Talk more about it.
it's like two buildings and like they're under construction and there's like you're fighting like robots.
Is it the what's the Samara rescue mission?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's when I got to. That's the point I got to with my engineer, and I was like, "Nah, the drone fucking sucks dick." Like because they'll just like one shot it. Like they shoot it and it's dead right away, and then
It's a light distraction, which is really shitty.
Yeah, it should be a fucking powerhouse. It should be like having a fourth teammate if you have like a full party, but it isn't. So I hated that. Adept was cool because the powers were cool, but it could only use pistols, which was fucking lame.
Yeah.
Like imagine Adept with an assault rifle. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, that was the problem with all non-soldier combinations like Engineer, Adept, and Sentinel, which was either locked to pistols and SMGs.
Yeah.
And pistols, like just by themselves, are hella shitty. Besides the hand cannon, which has like 6 shots.
Yeah.
The starting pistol you get, the Shuriken, is just also complete fucking trash.
Yeah, and you go like 3 hours with like a shitty gun doing no damage and having to hide behind cover and just like wait for your powers to regen. Fucking sucked. Like Nick beat not me, the other one. He beat I think all of the Mass Effect games only playing as Soldier, and I was like, "You're fucking gay." Like that is the lamest fuck. Like who picks Soldier? Like people who want
Mr. Duncan picked Soldier.
Who the fuck is our
Our
fucking
science teacher.
physics teacher?
Yeah, he was oh wait.
I think did the rapture just happen? He's gone. Well, fuck him. We'll keep going.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The rapture didn't happen.
Yeah, we're I think Caleb was talking to Mr. Duncan. He was like,
Fuck
"Oh, what
that
games
guy.
do you play?" Because Mr. Duncan has like 600 plus confirmed hours in Civ 5 or whatever, and you totally
Well
want
over 600. 1,000. At least 1,000.
Yeah, and Mr. Duncan was like, "Oh, I'm playing Mass Effect 3 right now," and since that was like my heyday of Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, I wanted to know what class he picked, and he said, "Oh yeah, I played Soldier," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
That's cool.
That's cool.
Dude, that's the worst class.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like because Mass Effect isn't as good as other third-person shooters when it comes to like the actual just the animations of the characters, the cover system, the way the enemies react and stuff. So when you're playing a character like Soldier that is just designed to shoot people in the head and take cover and like use guns, it's fucking lame. Because it's not Gears of War. It's not fucking Wanted, the video game, which was fucking great. Fuck you for anybody who doesn't like that game. Just turn the podcast off. What is it? There's some like Vanquish. That's like one of the best third-person shooters ever. You know, it's just not like that good of a third-person shooter, and the powers are what make it fun. And I would just never ever could play Soldier, even though they get all the guns. I couldn't not have like lift or pull or something. Like I needed like a cool power. Like that's why I like Adept is just fucking lift, pull, fucking the slam move.
Yeah, and then you can
awesome.
combine all your powers and do the biotic explosion, just nuke them off the screen.
Yeah.
But like that was the whole appeal of I think the first one, which was like the gunplay was complete utter trash. So like the appeal was the RPG aspects and the whole using powers part.
Yeah.
And you can totally tell like from the progression from 1 especially 2 and then 2 to 3, they tried to make it
Actually
basically
playable?
a Gears of War clone.
Yeah, I mean, they had to make it actually playable. And I'll do this little anecdote right now because you just mentioned the first one. You remember when I tried to do that permadeath run through of the entire
Yeah.
Mass Effect series with one character to really feel like Shepard and to really feel like I conquered.
To immerse yourself.
Yeah, to get immersed. Also, that was the first time I ever played as a girl. So, what does that tell you? So, I literally got to the first combat section in Mass Effect 1 when you're in the bar and you're going after that Krogan or whatever. I literally got nuked by a fucking ability 1 second into that fight and got insta-killed. And I was just like, that was fucking 2 hours of my time just fucking wasted. Like a whole big hope of shit that I wanted to do, gone. Because the combat was trash. It was fucking garbage. Like people will say the story was the best in the first one, but it had the worst gameplay. I also think it looked like shit. Mass Effect 1 looks like
it really
boiled ass. It is fucking awful looking. It's grainy. It looks like shit. Like the motion blur on PC is fucking stupid. It is crazy bad. And it just runs like ass too. So
I will say like the talking animations look okay, but once you're actually like in the gameplay and you see like Shepard's run animation and he's like taking cover and all that, it looks complete trash.
He runs like a fucking dork. He's the first human who became an N7 or whatever. What is that called?
It's on 7. He's supposed to be like the best of the best, like the elite soldiers.
And he runs like
galaxy.
A fucking dork. Like he runs like he's got poo-poo in his pants, and like a fucking high school bully Chad is fucking chasing after him. It's fucking stupid. He runs like a fucking idiot. So I did not like. I beat Mass Effect 1. The story's cool. I like the bad guy in it. But when Mass Effect 2 came out, I pre-ordered Mass Effect 2. Fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pre-ordered it because I was hella stoked on it. And I was instantly, just happy with the way that it played.
It looks great.
Huh?
Looks great.
Yeah, it is a good looking game. The funny thing about Mass Effect 2 is it doesn't matter. It's literally like Shepard goes exploring the side story.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the plot of the Reapers or whatever, right?
Yeah. On V a lot, people always compare like Mass Effect 1 versus Mass Effect 2 because nobody's going to claim Mass Effect 3 is the best one. And
we can talk about something that pisses me off about Mass Effect 3 in just a minute.
Yeah, well, that's for a whole separate podcast. But
I've never beaten it.
Oh, really? Okay, well, anyway, the thing that people always complain about Mass Effect 2 is you can basically just skip the entire game and just go straight from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3, and like the story just picks up exactly where you left off in 1.
Yeah, so literally you don't need to play it, but I thought the Invisible Man was fucking sick looking.
The Elusive Man?
Oh, yeah, Elusive. Whatever, dude. The Eye Man. He was fucking sick. His eyeballs, like his eyeballs.
Those cybernetic eyes.
Yeah, those look fucking awesome. All his cutscenes were fucking sick. Like his big windowed fucking
with the whole
place.
sun in the background.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I loved that shit. I was so into that shit when I fucking was first playing it. Dynamite. I mean, I still dig his eyeballs. But like, I wasn't as like struck as I was yeah, whatever. I'm not fucking super into it anymore. But so just the one thing about Mass Effect 3 that I fucking hated that like made me not want to play it was you can select an option at the beginning of the game that it's like, hey, we'll do all the dialogue options for you and you can just do the combat, or you can play it normal, or you can play it where you only do the dialogue and we just make the combat piss easy. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What
Yeah,
is this?
like before you even like do any gameplay, there's an option where it's like, I want the combat, or I want Mass Effect 3, or I want the story,
Yeah.
and it does all three things that you just described, and it's like just picked I want to play the game, and like do all the just do all the decisions that you want to do, and then fight the fights you want to fight, because it's like if you can't like beat the game on the easy mode, it's like you're really bad.
Yeah. And is there also difficulties too? There's difficulties, right? And
Yeah.
you can pick that
There's, like,
option.
There's like 5 to 6 difficulty levels.
Mm.
I never actually selected that option, so I don't know what it does. I'll just
Probably
says
like fucking kill things.
I'll
like a
assume it
movie or something.
describes what you said it does.
Yeah, just fucking basically like run around and two-shot everything.
Yeah,
Just so that like you look and feel like a badass in combat, and then you can just do all the social stuff, which is like.
Mhm.
Oh, I also hated like the chasing the little ghost boy parts of 3.
Oh, his nightmares.
Those were fucking lame. So lame. I was just like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to.
'Cause-
I'm not Michael Jackson. I don't want to chase around this little boy. Just fucking let me talk to like bitches that I can romance, and let me shoot fucking Geth or whatever. Not run around with this little ghost boy in the forest. It's fucking
You're supposed
weird.
to feel sad that he died in the beginning of the game, Nick.
I
come
don't
on.
give a shit about that little kid.
You were supposed to.
They didn't do a very good job of selling his fucking death to me. They made me do this fucking bullshit, walk in a straight line, chase this little boy thing.
For
Not
like
my
2
stuff.
minutes.
Oh, it was way longer than that.
Well, there's like 5 different sections in the game where you have to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. And they get longer and longer every
Mhm.
time. All right, so let's talk about Mass Effect 2.
All right,
Who's your waifu in Mass Effect
Tally.
2? Talum?
Tally.
Tally. Oh, the one with the
Yeah,
the mask,
the-
right?
Yeah, the mass
dude.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a nice ass
hmm
and perfectly competent boobies too.
Yeah. Well, my first time when I played through it, because I had it on the PS3 and I did not get to play through Mass Effect 1, so I didn't even know like Tally existed. So I was like, "Oh, this Miranda chick's pretty hot. I'm gonna try to get in her pants." And so my very first playthrough, I romanced Miranda, and then like the second and third playthrough, I was like, "Oh shit, I can actually romance Tally. I'm gonna do that instead." So
Hell
now
yeah.
whenever I play through the game as Male Ship, I always romance Tally.
Fuck oh yeah, when you play as Male Shep. I always play as Male Shep.
Yeah.
I liked Samara was cool. Like had like that mommy milkies thing going on.
Uh-huh.
But my like sorry to say this. I'm not sorry, but when I was fucking 13 years old, Jack,
Oh, of course.
I was an edgy fucking teenager, dude.
I can tell.
And she was fucking wearing leather strips and shit.
Yeah, she had no clothes on.
Woo, baby. Ooh, and she was mentally disturbed. I was fucking into that when I was fucking 13 years
You
old.
wanted to try and fix her.
Yeah, dude, I
her
wanted to
past.
white knight that bitch. Hella hard. Hella fucking hard. That was back. Yeah, dude, that was back when I was discovering myself, for sure. They were just doing it.
She was
to
too
me.
scary for me, so I just stayed away.
Oh man, she was just like, I was abused and shit, and I was just like, let me abuse you with my cock. It was awesome. And then, so I liked Jack. Tali was cool. She's stacked.
You weren't a Liara fan?
She was like, okay. Like, but everyone and their mother wanted to fucking deep dick Liara. I was just, I don't know. I like Tali better than Liara, and I
Wanted to
like.
be a contrarian and not romance Liara just because she was popular?
Oh, she just didn't appeal to me, you know.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't find her like her mom is Samara, right?
No, I don't think so.
Come on.
You kill her mom in the first game.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's like,
I don't know why I thought they were related. Maybe I was just fantasizing some sort of like, you know,
no,
threesome.
Samara
kind of thing.
has her loyalty mission is you trying to kill her daughter. And then you can just, during that mission, you can just kill Samara and take the daughter as your party member instead.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
Because the whole like loyalty mission with Samara is like her daughter's in some club, and you have to go into the club and like try to be the biggest badass possible, so she notices you, and then
So you
invite
do
her
that
back.
goofy dance.
Yeah, you do the
You do
goofy
that
dance.
goofy
You
fucking
you
shepherd dance where you just
you
rock back and forth.
yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
do that. You headbutt Krogans and like you talk shit to people, and then
You get
'cause, like,
hammered. Do you drink?
yeah, because her entire gimmick is like she preys on people and like devours their soul or something once she bangs them.
Yeah.
So you need to get invited back to her place and then basically tell Samara to come here and then have Samara kill her. But
I
while
think
they're fighting, you can just like trip
Choose.
Samara and then kill her.
Shit. Give me one
And
sec.
then
Keep talking. I gotta close the window.
Okay. And then after that, you can romance the daughter while she's back on your ship, and then that results in an instant game over because of what was previously said during the loyalty mission. Because once you romance her, she's just gonna eat your soul and kill you.
Wait, if you romance her, she eats your soul and kills you?
Yeah, because once she's a party member, you can basically try to romance her, and then she
Yeah.
devours you.
No way. You just die?
Yeah, and then it's game over.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually never did that. That's cool.
I never did it either. I just looked up a cutscene on YouTube.
Bad fucking ass. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. All right. Who was your bro? Who was the bro of Mass Effect 2?
That's my favorite male character.
Yeah.
I always liked the Krogan teammates, so I always really liked Grunt, even though he wasn't as good as Rex in 1. Even though I didn't know that because I didn't play 1 before I played 2.
But you played 3 before you played 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you still didn't have Rex back.
Yeah, you do. You have Rex in 3, don't you?
No. He's too busy being the leader of the Krogan to join your party.
Oh, maybe I am thinking of 1.
Same reason with 2.
What about that doctor? He's in all 3 of them, isn't he?
No, he's only in 2.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then you do that mission. You do that mission where you like fuck up the Krogan or like save the Krogan. That's in 2.
What do you mean by fuck up the Krogan?
You make them so they can't have babies anymore.
That's in 3.
Is it?
Yeah, he's only a party member in 2.
But he does that part in 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm remembering. Okay.
Yeah, the only party members you have in all 3 games is Garrus and Tali, I believe. And Liara is...
She becomes
not
that
in 2.
fucking crime lord person.
Yeah, so she's too busy in 2, and then either Caden or Ashley is also not
Dude.
available in 2.
Fuck Caden. Fuck Caden. Fuck Marcus. Marcus was the shittiest bro character. The worst male character was Marcus. Fuck him.
Who the hell is Marcus?
The black guy.
That's Jacob.
Oh shit. Whatever. I thought it was
Yeah.
Marcus and Miranda. My bad.
Yeah,
I guess
he's
Jacob.
he's fucking trash too.
Who's Marcus?
He's so boring.
He is. He is so boring. Oh, what about that DLC guy?
Zaid.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
fucking broken.
Yeah, he's really good.
He was so strong. He was fucking awesome. His mission was fucking sweet too. I remember that shit. I had that DLC.
Because he's like your token soldier character, so he has access to, I believe, snipers and assault rifles.
Oh
And then he also has, I think, Inferno grenades, which basically just nukes whatever enemy he uses them on.
And he
so
looks badass.
yeah,
he
because
looks
he has
hella
like
cool.
he has the
scar.
entire scar on like the right side of his face.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Zaid was fucking sweet.
Plus, you get him right at the beginning of the game, so you just get to use him throughout the entire game.
Oh,
too.
I did it like midway through, I think.
His loyalty mission?
Like his mission, yeah.
Well, you get him at the beginning of the game, but you can do his mission whenever you want to.
Really? I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't install the DLC until I was already like halfway through the game.
That could be it too, but also you only get him once you land on a, I think it's called Omega, so you might have just avoided going there for a few hours and then landed there and got him.
Maybe. I always was a big fan of the club levels. I liked the club levels. I like the music. The music in Mass Effect is really good. I was always a really big fan of like that techno. It like really made you feel like you were in space. I liked it. Like the techno was good. The fucking ambient music was good. Yeah,
I like the Normandy exploration music where you're just flying around in space and the whole like.
Do the
I don't
beat
know
for us. Do the beat. Do it in dudes and beats and shit.
It's like do 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 do. I can't really do it.
I can't. I don't even remember what it is. I literally.
I think it's like that.
Do. I can fucking look it up on YouTube right now. Let's see. I can play it. Let me see. What's it called? Normandy exploration.
Just do like Mass Effect 2 space music.
Mass Effect 2. No, music. I didn't put the word music. This is a shitty podcast.
Yeah. Uncharted Worlds.
Uncharted Worlds. Uncharted Worlds.
I guess it's the same song from Mass Effect 1 also.
It's extended 1 hour. Holy shit. No, we're going to play it real quick. Hold on. I'm going to let me turn my volume down real quick. Watch. It'll be in the podcast. It'll be in the podcast. Oh, shit. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? You think I'm going to get sued if I put this on in the background?
Maybe.
Do you think so?
Well, you've already played it, right? So
I'm already sued?
Yeah.
Well, that was fucking cool. I wish, oh God, because the hour long one would be sick. We got like an hour left. We could play the fucking doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's see how shitty it sounds. I'll pause this after I play it for a little bit, and we'll see if it sounds good. If it sounds good, we'll continue. If it doesn't sound good, I'll turn it off.
All right.
Let's see here. I'm gonna turn the volume down on this. Oh, it's so low. It's so elegant. Oh my God. Oh shit! Dude, if this fucking sounds good, this is gonna be the best podcast I've ever done. This is high production value right here. This is fucking dynamite. Holy shit. All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna see if it sounds bad. All right, we're back. I'm gonna press play on it again. Boom! We're fucking going! I'm so excited!
We're getting sued too.
Yeah, we're fucking getting sued. Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I'll only get sued if this becomes popular, and it won't. So no big deal.
Once you start making money, they're
gonna
want
fuck
a chunk
my
of that.
ass, dude. They're gonna want some of this. I'll just take it down. Mass Effect will just get deleted. Fuck it.
Let's redo it.
Yeah, just redo it. Fuck it. So let's talk about the actual story for the now that we're 30 minutes in. Okay, actually,
right.
Who was your least favorite female character?
Probably Jack.
Yeah, you said you didn't have a boner, so I get it.
Yeah, I just don't really like edgy characters that much.
I get you. I mean, she's like probably not my type now, but holy shit, she was like one of my first boners, for sure. I mean, I was getting boners by then, but I mean, she was definitely one of the big ones.
Yeah, she's really like she cussed a lot and it was really confrontational. As I was like, oh, I'll just stay away from you. So I only ever talked to her when I needed to do the loyalty mission. I just like left her down in the brig for the entire game.
Yeah. So one of the things I didn't know when playing Mass Effect 2 and reaching the pivotal mission, the suicide mission, that, I mean, this was like the first time I played it, the first time I got to it, and like people were like fucking dying. Okay, people were fucking dying on this mission. And it was like, it was fucking crazy. I think the green guy died, and I think the doctor died.
Yeah, I think the doctor has the highest chance of dying in the game.
And maybe one of the women. I don't remember though. But I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? And they're just like, the ship will get blown up, and then like the green dude gets stabbed by a fucking pole or something. And I'm just like, what? And then we get to the mission, and then you have to like start allocating people to doing specific tasks, and you're like, oh fuck, he would have been perfect for this, or shit, like the doctor, like this is his forte, you know. And that's like the whole point, is if you make it through the suicide mission with no one dying, then you get like that perfect infiltration mission too. Yeah. But I had to like put Garrus on the like sneaking, and I had to put, you know, like Liara on the door, and Then like the sniping thing like had to go to somebody else, and it was just like it was so crazy heartbreaking because, you know, I think I was like too young to know like, oh, I need to do all the loyalty missions for all these people. Like I was just
because you don't know that on your first playthrough. You just think you have all the time in the world.
Yeah, you know, I was just playing. I was just doing me, you know, just enjoying the game, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, you know. I was upgrading the ship. I did a bunch of ship upgrades. You know, I was like, oh, we're definitely gonna need these. We're gonna get into some kind of combat. Like if they're giving me the option, definitely we're gonna need it. So you know, I was upgrading the ship and stuff. The only thing I honestly didn't do was a few of the loyalty missions, and watching those characters die. Like that was one of those moments where your actions have consequences, sort of things that, you know, these games always say that they have, and that was like a really big one for me. First time playing it was actually watching characters die and then not be in the rest of the game. Like you don't get them back; they're fucking gone, and that was so weird for me. Like I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, I think because with the way the story missions work is obviously the suicide mission is the last one, but there's another mission right before the suicide mission. It's like you have to infiltrate like a rogue derelict reaper or something, and
I remember that.
You have to get like the
oh dude, that fucking Geth guy was cool too. He was in this one, right?
What was this one name?
Spectre or something.
Legion.
There you go.
Yeah, so you get Legion on that mission, but you have to get like a Reaper IOF. I think I've like the IOF wrong. It's probably some other acronym, but like immediately after that mission, like the Reapers basically infiltrate your ship, which was also a really unexpected moment because now you're playing as Joker on the Normandy, and you have to like sneak your way past all these Reapers. But after that mission, you're left with like a decision where it's like, we have to either go straight to the collector base right now because our entire crew just got kidnapped by the Reapers, or we can go back and prepare.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're like me or probably you're like doing a couple loyalty missions, doing some other side quests, and then you're like, oh, I'll just continue.
Dive in. Dude, holy shit, like this big moment happened. I think that's exactly what happened. It was like, well, we have to go now. Like right now.
Because you're probably like bored. You're like, okay, I've done like side missions for a bit. I'm going to do a story mission real quick and like see how the story progresses. But all of a sudden you do that, and then you're like, you have the ultimatum, well, I'm not prepared, but I have to go because I want to save my crew.
Yeah.
And then you just go, and then all of a sudden, because you're not prepared, people are dying left and right, and then...
Holy shit. That is so good. Like, that's actually, like, really good. Like, a way to set up a final mission, you know? Like, give you that sort of heart tension first playthrough, like, shit. Like, I like my crew. I've been walking around and talking to them every single time I get on the Normandy, which I did, because they would sometimes have new dialogue.
Yep.
And... you know, you read the emails and shit in your captain's log. And I was like, well, we got to save him. I think that is exactly what I did. Like, it got me. And I just did it. And fucking the 3 people that I didn't do loyalty missions for fucking died.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, too. Because I was like, well, I need to go save my crew right now. Because I thought I have to do it right now and I don't have time. Because I think you have like a free period of like 3 or 4 missions you can do before you can... before people start dying on the suicide mission. So I just went right in, and then like all of a sudden like Kasumi died and then Tali died, and I was like, oh fuck, like
who's that?
She's a DLC character. She's a thief who has like a James Bond type loyalty mission. Did you have that DLC?
You know what? I don't think that I did. Or I never did it. It
No,
sounds familiar, but I don't think I did it.
Yeah, I got it for free because they gave it away for free on the PS3 since we didn't have access to Mass Effect 1. But yeah, she died, like Morden died, Tali died. And like since Tali died, I didn't really have anybody to do the tech part of the first part of the suicide mission. So then I think like either Jacob died or... oh no, Grunt died when he was trying to force the door shut. And I was really sad because I liked Grunt.
Damn.
But it's like... yeah, like on repeat playthroughs, obviously, you know, like, okay, I need to leave that mission for last.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes away like that
element of tension.
Even though it perfectly works, so I'm not going to take anything away from that. But Like this
Yeah.
game kind of taught me like pretty much do every single side quest right away before you ever
Basically,
do
yeah.
anything else in the story.
If you really like, this game is what, like probably like 40 hours, like not super long.
20 to 40, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you do like the side content. Sometimes I get burned out, you know, like doing side missions that just end and you get like a reward and then like
Yeah.
you just
yeah.
go back to your ship. So I will do a main mission, you know. But yeah, I am, when I am really into a game, like so into a game, I will do most of the side content before I move on with the story. And then as the story progresses, I will do more side content. But I'll like pick and choose. Like, oh, I'm gonna do that one. That one sounds cool. Or I'm
Because you're gonna
that
do
one.
the loyalty missions for the characters you actually like more than the other ones.
For sure. Like you're gonna like I didn't want to do Jacobs, you know, or Marcus. I was calling him Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. I don't want to do Marcus's. I don't even know his fucking name. Don't give a shit about him at all. Did you use the default Shepherd face, or did you make your own?
I always use the default for
I
Mel
made
Shepherd.
one a few times. They always came out looking like ass.
Yeah,
The basic Shepherd is the best looking Shepherd.
it really is.
just
You can
fits.
make a decent looking female face from my experience, because like the default one for female Shepherd, especially in Mass Effect 2, is just like shit.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever I think of Shepherd, I always think of the default male Shepherd face
too.
because it just totally fits him. I think.
It really does. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. So good. I literally made like this brown haired dude. I was like trying to self insert because I was a fucking nerd when I was like 13.
hmm
And he just looked like total shit ass. And I had to fucking restart the game. I was just like, this is horrible.
Whenever I
This is
made
Shepherd.
a male Shepherd face, he just looked like a total dork. So I just
Yeah.
immediately switched back to a default.
Yeah, fucking horrible. All right, so we talk about the final mission. Let's talk about the build up to the final mission. So we talked about the Elusive Man. We talked about the suicide mission. We talked about the Reapers. We talked about the Geth. So what the hell happens in Mass Effect 2? What is the story?
Well, first things first, in like the first 20 minutes of the game,
You fucking die.
yeah, a rogue ship attacks Shepard's ship, and then like Shepard gets spaced out and like crash lands on a planet and just dies. So then
Radical.
a quote unquote like pro-human
Cerberus. It's called Cerberus, right?
yeah, well,
Oh, I remember
Cerberus
that
is
shit.
like it's like a pro-human organization to try to like
Advancement of humans in space.
yeah, advancement of like only humans. So a lot of people like look at Cerberus as like an evil or like a racist kind of organization, but
Yeah, but like, you know, it is sort of racist for all the other aliens to not let like humans on like the
Yeah,
like
'cause-
the council and shit, you know, because we're like the young ones, so they don't want our input. So I think, don't want to get political, but yeah, I don't think that's such a bad thing, especially when there's so many that races that don't like you. I mean, because we're human, you know.
yeah, and I was gonna get into this because like in Mass Effect 1, they pretty much flat out tell you like the humans are the most recent group to get introduced to
Yeah.
like the entire galaxy.
Because we
Like,
we found the mass effect engine or whatever type thing on Mars, and then we were flash forwarded like 2,000 years in technology, and
yeah, in the
we
span
could
of like
go into
100
space
years.
with it. Yeah,
So like they're the newest, but like on my actually I'll just keep talking about the story. So like this group called Cerberus finds Shepard because Shepard is the first human Spectre, so they think if we can revive Shepard, we can use him as like a figurehead for our organization and we can get some good PR out of it. So that's what they do. They spend like the next 2 years trying to revive Shepard, and they successfully do it. And they bring him back alive. And they basically tell Shepard like, "Yeah, you're not like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? You're not
you're not dead.
yeah, no, like you're not dead, and you don't have to like do anything for us. But all we're gonna say is like these people called the Collectors are taking over.
Oh yeah, that's
human-
the whole plot of the fucking. Second
They're
one, is the
kidnapping
Collectors.
human colonies. So obviously Cerberus is concerned because they don't want humans to die.
Right.
So they say this group called the Collectors is abducting mass amounts of humans across the galaxy, and you should find something you should basically go and wipe them out, and we'll provide you resources as we see fit to help you get this mission done.
Yeah, and then you get the
So
Normandy S2.
Yeah, so basically Shepard is like
Fuck yeah.
a Cerberus operative, even though he's not part of Cerberus, trying to get this stuff done.
Wasn't it the
'Cause, like-
Reapers controlling the Collectors?
Yeah,
Or-
it was a Reaper
A
controlling
Reaper.
controlling like the
The leftover fucking Collectors, right? Because the
Yeah.
Collectors are like ancient. They haven't been around for like a long time.
they're like Prothean, I think,
Yeah.
people.
Prothean. Isn't that what fucking the Geth are? Isn't
The Geth are entirely
different?
mechanical.
Right. But weren't they made by the pro whatevers?
No, the Geth were made by the Quarians.
Oh man, you got all your lore down.
Yeah, I think the lore with the Protheans is they were a race from the previous cycle of the Reapers,
Uh-huh.
and they were completely wiped out. And for some reason, the Collectors are like summoned Protheans or some shit. I don't fucking know, but
Yeah. Okay. So this
Ba- basi-
fucking the exploration music is still playing.
yeah, that's cool. So basically, like one Reaper called Harbinger is controlling like the
That's
leader
right.
of the Collectors, and
Shieldy McShielderson or whatever.
yeah. So he's like your main enemy of the game.
Assuming direct control. That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's like a little bug. He's like a bug, and he's got like computer screens, and he's just like, I assume direct control, and he takes control of like an enemy, and then it gets supercharged, and then you just fucking hit it with a
Oh no
fireball. or something.
So Harbinger is a Reaper, so he was controlling that bug you saw at like the final cutscene.
Shit, really?
Yeah, that's why the bug dies right at the end, because he unassumes control of him.
Wow.
Because you see Harbinger in Mass Effect 3 at the very end when he's like trying to kill you while you're running to the beam, even though you've never played it. Harbinger is a Reaper.
Oh, so
Just like-
who's Harbinger the bug?
There was no bug.
Wait,
Like I said, that was the thing he was possessing.
yeah. So what was that thing?
It was a Prothean.
Okay, we're getting into it now.
Yeah. And basically the whole game, the whole storyline of the game is you go to some human colonies that just got taken over by the Collectors, and
Fight
you try
the
to
thing.
save people. Yeah, you
Yeah.
fight Harbinger a few times, and then you do an ass ton of recruitment missions and loyalty missions and other side missions, and then you go fight the Collector base, and game over.
Not bad. Not a bad game. What was
Yeah,
your favorite mission? What was your favorite loyalty mission?
Let me think.
Wasn't
Is that-
Garrus's the one where he has like a sniper rifle, and then like you have to go distract that guy, and then
Yeah.
you can make him like not take the shot or take the shot?
Yeah,
That one was
pretty cool.
super fucking good.
I
remember liking that one.
I guess my Tally bias is showing. I really liked Tally's loyalty mission with
What
the
was
whole. So she got accused of like bringing a Geth on board to like their ship or whatever, because like the Quarians all live on one ship.
Yeah.
They're basically saying we're going to exile you because you weren't supposed to do this unless you can prove that you didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
So you have to like fly to the ship that got taken over by the rogue Geth AI, and you find out it was her father that, like, because like Tally was sending Geth parts to her father, and her father was trying to like rebuild the Geth.
Yeah.
So like the Geth that her father rebuilt like took over the ship, and Tally like just finds that out, and she starts crying because she's like, "Oh, I didn't think my father was like this bad of a guy," and all that.
Damn.
And yeah, you have a choice. You can either like rat out her father and save her from being exiled, but if you do that, she's like super pissed at you because you just told everybody that her father was like
A
this
dickhead.
a dickhead. Or you can basically try to like woo the crowd and be like, look at all this stuff Tally's done for you. Like, there's no way she's this bad that you have to exile her, and then that earns you
That's
her
the
loyalty.
True loyalty mission.
Yeah, but as long as you stick up for Tally, even if you don't win and get her exiled, she's loyal to you.
As
No,
long
I-
as you stick up for Tally.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because there's a couple of dialogue choices you can do. Like, if you don't have enough Paragon or Renegade points, you can't like successfully like persuade the crowd, then
Right.
they don't get
Excitable.
convinced. Yeah.
What about the my name is Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel. The Citadel? The Citadel.
The Citadel.
The Citadel. Yeah, I loved those little Paragon Renegade things that you could do.
Because like the easiest thing to do, you just go to every single shop on the Citadel.
The Citadel.
Yeah. So once you do that, every single shop you go is like, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Every fucking store, dude, has my name is Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. And it's just fucking, it's so funny because, like, I don't know if someone thought, like, oh, they're only going to do one, or.
I think they know.
They knew, yeah. Because it's comedic as fuck, like, going into every store and hearing that line over and over and over again. Big fan of that. What did you think about the Paragon and Renegade system in Mass Effect?
I think the concept is cool, but I think with the execution, it's like, like good guy choice is always on the top right, and bad guy choice is always on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you don't really have to actually think for yourself half the time if you like want to be the good guy.
Yeah.
And I'll compare this to Dragon Age Origins. Have you played that?
Yeah, I played Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I played quite a bit of that game.
The thing I really, really liked about Dragon Age Origins was they didn't tell you like what the good guy choice or what the bad guy choice was. You just had like, for like any situation, you had like 5 different things you could say.
Yeah.
And it was up to you to basically read them and decide like what's the best option here for what I want to accomplish.
Wasn't that game jank as fuck?
What do you mean by that?
It like looked like ass, played like ass, and there was like that dude that you could go gay with that like.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that game jank? It's been so long since I've ever heard anyone talk about fucking Dragon Age Origins.
Well, I still really like the game because I played through it like 2 years ago, but
Did you really?
it does look like shit, but I still really like the dialogue choices, and I wish they did that in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
And I guess 1, 2, and 3, but
See, there is this game called Alpha Protocol. It's not made by the Mass Effect guys, BioWare. It's made by Obsidian, the guys who made Fallout New Vegas. But they basically made this like spy thriller game. And what they did is you would be in a conversation with someone, and they would give you 4 dialogue choices. But there would be a fucking timer. There would be a timer. So you'd be talking to somebody, and then you had like 5 seconds, and they would give you like sarcastic, angry. It would give you like a quick description of like what it might be, or you could stay silent. And dude, that was a good ass for me. Like I like Deus Ex's way of
I was
telling
going
you
to bring that up.
exactly what you're gonna say. I dig that, but part of the purpose of doing the time limit for Alpha Protocol is so that you feel like you're a secret agent quipping and shit and like dealing with people quickly. And I really liked that system because in that game, you can literally kill every single NPC in the entire game. Like important characters, every single one, you can just kill them all. And you get there by making certain choices and like acting a certain way, and you can also bang every chick. It's fucking awesome. But like they didn't tell you. You kind of had to infer, and you had to think quickly. Like with Mass Effect and with Deus Ex, you can sit and you can look and you can read the whole thing and you can go,
or look up online what the best choice is to.
Ew. How dare you say that to me right now? Gross. Gross. I have never used a walkthrough for a game ever. Ever. I beat them with my own strength, balls, and brain.
Wow.
Wowzers. Yeah, I didn't really like I did like in cutscenes when you could do Paragon actions or Renegade actions. Like when you're in one of the first missions and like that dude is like typing on that computer and you can shoot the screen or you can wave your hand and like shut all the screens off. I really liked that. I think that was probably the best implementation of the Paragon Renegade system. Like the
Yeah.
actual cutscenes with it. I really like that.
One of the Renegade moments I really liked was during Garrus's recruitment mission. Like the whole thing was like he's this rogue sniper just killing everybody.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, you don't know who he is.
Yeah, and all these like mercenary companies are hiring people to like go take him down. So you go to the mercenary company and you say like, "Oh, sign me up! Like I want to go kill him," because you have the you're actually going to go in there and recruit him and like kill all the mercenary companies
Yeah.
people. So like you get recruited onto the company, and then all of a sudden you're walking past this guy and he's like 18 years old and he's like really cocky. He's like, "I just bought this gun and I'm gonna join them and go take him out." And then you have the option, you have a renegade option to like just jam his gun so he can't join. So my first time playing through, like
that seems pretty Paragon though.
yeah, I think it is a Paragon, but
Oh.
my first time playing through, I didn't know like we were gonna take out all these mercenary companies. So I saw this option and I did it, and all of a sudden I just whipped the gun out of his hands and jam it and then throw it back at him. And I was like, dude, that seems like a huge ass dick move. Like, jeez. And then like I realized like, oh, like we were gonna kill him if I didn't do that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, that's a pretty like, because I thought when you went into that mission, did you know it was Garrus the whole time?
You did not know it was Garrus, but the elusive man gave you the dossier. He's like, go recruit this guy. So you don't want to go in there and kill him because you need to recruit
That's
him.
why. Gotcha. Right. That makes sense. Because I remember it being a huge mystery and getting into the building and then Garrus is there. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
And that's why he doesn't shoot you while you're trying to infiltrate that building too.
Oh, yeah. And then you fight the whole mercenary crew out. I remember. Yeah.
Yep.
That mission was fucking good. That was actually a really good mission. So what are some of like the best missions for you, Mass Effect 2, aside from Suicide and probably the Garrus recruitment?
Oh, that one's really good. Grunt's mission is also really good because it's like a...
The other one where you're running around in his planet or whatever?
Yeah.
No, wait. He's like in
His
a tube and you save him from the tube, right?
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah.
I think that one you're trying to recruit the guy who's creating Grunt, but then he fucking dies. So you're like, I'll just take the guy that he created.
Right. Yeah.
No, that mission's good too. I was talking about his loyalty mission where you're like trying to turn him into a Krogan and
and you can do all those like Paragon Renegade actions where you're like fighting people and shit.
Yeah, that one.
That mission fucking rules.
Mhm.
That's a hella good mission. If you're renegade as fuck, dude, you're just like headbutting Krogans left and right. It's fucking awesome. That mission is hella good. Okay, you didn't like the Mako, did you?
No, I didn't.
Man, that was one of the things that I really missed from Mass Effect 2 was the Mako. I liked flying around on that fucking crazy thing. It was fun.
Just launching off mountains. I will say one of the things I did like was like burped right there.
Thank you.
With like the stupid ass physics that it had, like you just be driving and all of a sudden you're like in front of a mountain, so you're like driving up like an 85-degree mountain.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, in Mass Effect 1, there's this part where you drive the Mako to this area. I've never done the fight any other way but this way because I found it out. You drive the Mako, and then there's like this set of rocks that the Mako can't fit through, and the people go, oh, well, we need to hop out, and we'll go. And I was like, fuck that. And so I fucking rammed the Mako through these rocks, right? Just like boosting and fucking turning and shit. And I got the Mako where it was not supposed to go. And then you fight one of those like big four-legged monster things, the robots. What are those called?
The Colossus.
Yeah, you fight one of those, and it's easy as fuck because if you tap it with the Mako, it falls over, and then you can just scoot over it like 6 times, and then it dies.
Yeah, speaking of that, you fight a Colossus in Tally's recruitment mission in Mass Effect 2, and this is how
hard. That mission's hard as fuck.
Yeah, but like this is how I convinced like other Nick when he was playing through it to play as Vanguard. So I was like, Nick, like you see that Colossus like all the way across the map because like the entire point of the mission is like Oh,
stay
we can
away
take
from
the
it.
high ground and like be out of the Colossus range, or we can take the low ground and get to it fast. And like this guy posted a video. He's like, I'm just gonna biotic charge straight to the Colossus and just not take any of those options. So that's what he did. And he's like shotgunned and punched the Colossus to death. And Nick was like, "That's badass. I'm gonna play Vanguard."
That was badass.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So whenever I play that mission, that's what I do: just charge the Colossus straight away and just
shotgun and punch it to death.
yeah.
Fuck yes, that sounds badass. I honestly maybe played Vanguard once.
It's my go-to class whenever I just want to replay the game because it's so much fun.
It's fun because it's actually like a fun class. I honestly, it's been so long since I fucking have played this game, so I don't really have. I know Zaid's mission was fucking dynamite. I know fucking the Garrus mission because we just talked about it. I liked the green guy. What was his name? Something with like a Z.
Thane.
Thane. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was cool. His recruitment mission was cool because it's like about his son.
It's not combat focused.
Yeah, it's like a story mission. I
Yeah.
like that one. And then he gets that super sick black coat.
Yeah.
I dug the shit out of that. What'd you think of the loyalty clothes? Jack's loyalty clothes fucking sucked. They were
Because
trash.
she actually gained clothes.
Yeah, because she gained clothes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, what are you doing? Terrible. How horrible of you. Never used it.
I don't know. I didn't really like most of them. The only ones I actually used was, I think, Thane's new clothes because they like gave him like a black suit, like you said.
Yeah. He looks like
Miranda got the black suit, which I also used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Tally got like a
it was
gold.
way tighter too. She looked sexy in that black suit.
I think Tally got like a gold suit, so I never used it. All right, and yeah, I never really used any of the other ones.
All right. Well, is it your dinner time?
No.
Oh, okay. So let's say we can fucking hop off. We're at an hour. This would be a short one, but let's keep fucking going. Let's keep
Still a
going.
bit more.
I don't know what else we can fucking talk about. But we can keep going.
Oh yeah. So another reason why I didn't like the whole Paragon or Renegade system was
Oh yeah.
there's a couple points in the game where you need like a huge ass Paragon or Renegade check. It's after you play through Jack's loyalty mission and Miranda's loyalty mission, they have like a fight, and you have to take somebody's side, and whoever's side you don't take, they lose loyalty. I think that's just fucking retarded because it's like you need a ton of Renegade, and the way that it works is like the checks are percentage based, I believe. So the longer you play through the game, like the more chances you have at not talking to certain people and not getting their Renegade or Paragon points.
Uh-huh.
So like on repeat playthroughs, you essentially have to rush through those two loyalty missions as soon as possible so you can get that check done with right away.
Weird.
And especially with a game where Mass Effect 2, where it's like, oh, your choices actually matter type thing, where it's like, you know, you probably, like, for a typical person, you probably want them to actually think about the choices. So, like, I think you said, like, you like to actually play a mix of Paragon and Renegade because you want to make the choices you think make sense for that situation.
I either play the way that I would be, which is a mix of the two, which is a little good, a little bad, you know, certain things call for certain measures, or I sort of pick a style of play that I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to pick this character's morals, and then I'm going to play through the game that way. And that doesn't just mean I'm going to lean towards one way. It's sort of like, if a situation comes up, what would this character do? But I think where you're going is you have to play it full Renegade or full Paragon.
Yes, which
And
I
that's fucking
do not
lame.
like.
It's fucking lame.
Because especially ones like with Tally's loyalty mission, like I said, you need a good Paragon or Renegade score, and you're not going to get that if you've mixed and matched. So it's like, well, Tally's loyalty mission is pretty much fucked because either she's getting exiled or she's not going to get exiled, but you're not going to get her loyalty.
Right. And
because you wanted to make the choices you thought made sense rather than play full throttle in one way or the other.
Right. And so this is why, and this was the point, we've gone full circle, that Alpha Protocol was so good. If you like the idea that of the Paragon and Renegade, you would love Alpha Protocol because it's shades of gray. Nothing is exactly good. Nothing is exactly super bad. And there's sort of like reasoning for both. So there's like we're talking about Alpha Protocol for a second. There's a mission where you go into this ice cream shop and you have, it's like a front, and there's this dude and he's like, what's the code word? And you can try and bluff your way through. And you can do like all these different things. There's like a tree of like 10 different outcomes for this one scene. But one of the things you can do is you can just walk up and fucking shoot him in the head. And like it justifies itself by saying, well, he was a bad dude. This is a front. Now I can just move past the bullshit and like I don't even have to talk to this guy. And then like you moved, and then like it has huge repercussions later, obviously. But like he's a bad dude. He's like a torturer and shit, and he's like a terrorist. And so it's like okay to kill the guy, but also like it's kind of not the most comfortable way that your bosses wanted you to do it. Basically, like they kind of were like, "Why'd you shoot that guy in the head?" And he was like, "Well, I skipped all the bullshit." You just move on, and I loved it. And I wish that you were able to be more malleable in Mass Effect. And that was one of the problems with Knights of the Old Republic too, was you really needed to be good, bad, or in the middle. Like you couldn't really flow.
So it's basically every BioWare game you just need to be
good or bad.
Full goody two shoes or like a demon.
Dude, fucking Jade Empire though is the best use, I think, of their system, because there are certain party members that you can get or lose depending on how good or evil you are, and it's fucking wild. Like there's this soul bound to some armor, and it's like a really fucked up thing. Like it's like a tortured soul bound to some armor, and it's like super evil if you want to take this party member, and you can take him, and then like 2 party members are like, "You're horrible, I quit," and they just fucking leave. And it's so cool. Mm-hmm. I was like, the first time I fucking did that, I was like, oh my fucking God. It was awesome. I really wish, like, what was like one of the biggest, coolest things you could do with your Paragon and Renegade score? Like, did it ever afford you like a super cool opportunity? You know?
I don't think so in 2. I know in 3 it's a lot more effective in like big choices you can make.
Like, cause I know,
like I said, in 2, like nothing in this game really matters in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
So I'm trying to think.
Like in Knights of the Old Republic, which is also by BioWare. Oh, I turned the music off. There we go. I think Knights of the Old Republic 1, you get to this part where Bastila, the Jedi that you've been hunting for the whole game, she's basically like, she gets like tortured and she gets turned evil, and you can like purify her or keep her evil. And if you keep her evil, you literally right after that have to kill 2 of your party members on a beach. Like you have to kill them because they say we're not going to be around you if you're going to be like this, and then you have to kill them. It's fucking crazy. I loved it. You get like, but if you go evil, you literally get the best people. You get evil Bastila. You get that mercenary dude with the big machine gun. You get HK-47. I think that's it. Dynamite. Fucking
yeah. So
dynamite.
I guess in old BioWare they did that too, because I remember in Dragon Age Origins there's a few decisions you can make where it's like, if you decide to kill all the members in the mage tower, like your mage party member is like, I can't let you do this. I'm gonna side with the mages and kill you. So then she leaves your party and you have to fight her.
Damn.
And then also like there's like the party member named Sten. He's like super into like, we have to go kill the Darkspawn type thing. So if you do a ton of missions that don't involve killing Darkspawn, he's like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, why aren't we killing the Darkspawn? You can basically say like, get the hell back in line, or say like, oh no, we're just doing this real quick because it'll help us. And if you say that, then he fights you like one-on-one.
Holy shit.
Because he's like, I'm taking over this party right now because I will make better choices than you. So
damn.
he
dude,
won. He
game
one-on-one
sounds pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
You're kind of selling me on this. And it's disappointing, right? Like if you look just at past BioWare games, you can see that their good and evil was used better. And you know, Mass Effect 2, I guess, it's weak in a few ways. You know, it's not very story heavy. It has nothing to do with the plot of the games. I think they were just trying to like figure out what the fuck to do with Mass Effect, I guess, when Mass Effect 2 was in production. So they just decided we're going to just make some fucking story with him or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I get that. You know, nothing wrong with that. But it is weak in that way. And you said Mass Effect 3 has some pretty good choices. Mass Effect 1 had some pretty fucking good choices. I remember you can sacrifice Kaidan or you can sacrifice Ashley, which is fucking
huge
brutal.
Choice.
That's a fucking big fucking choice. I accidentally, because I was 12 years old, sent Ashley in to die. I thought it was sending Kaidan in to die, but I saved him, and I was like, I haven't saved in a long time. I'm not doing it again. And I just moved on. Sad that Ashley had to die.
Every single time I play that, like I always save Kaidan. So
I did it on. I misunderstood what they were saying. I remember this. I have a memory burnt into me because I like misunderstood what was going on, and Kaidan.
It's like you're detonating a nuke or something, and somebody has to stay behind to like activate it or something. And
yeah. I misunderstood, and I was like, Ashley, go arm the bomb. Go blow yourself up. And I was like, no, not Ashley. So clearly I was just retarded. So yeah.
Mass Effect 1 also had the choice where you had to convince Rex to like not basically defect and attack you.
Really? Oh, yeah, you like strong arm his ass. You're just like, I'm fucking stronger than you. You're going to work for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, I'll stay. Good ass fucking shit. Good ass shit. But I think Mass Effect 2 is the one I like the most still, because I just like playing through it. I really did. Oh, so in Mass Effect 2, instead of rolling around on the planets in the Mako, you fly around on the world map and you fire like little
drones.
I was going to say drones, but I didn't think drones was the right word.
They're like resource collectors. Or
you know, like little just fucking missiles into planets, basically. Probes. They're called probes. Probes. Yeah. That's what they're fucking called. Boom. Because that's the whole point of this fucking joke. So I was in the Andromeda. I was in our is that called a galaxy? Solar system. I was in our solar system. Yep. And we have all of our planets. You know, I can't name them all, so I'm not gonna try. But Uranus. Okay, fucking me and Nick were playing this game at the same time in our lives. Like we were literally playing through it at the same time at our own homes, and we were in a call together in group party chat. This was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, you know, I was just like probing and shit, just messing around. And I go to Uranus, and I go, well, I mean, I'm gonna probe Uranus, right? And like I fired a probe at it. And like you fire it and you hear, really, Captain? And I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I was like, Nick, dude, have you fired a probe at Uranus yet? And he's like, no, it has no resources. Why would I fucking do that? And I was like, do it right now. And he goes, he's like, why? I was like, dude, just fucking trust me, dude. It'll make you laugh. And he does it. Fucking, really, Captain? And then he just like laughs. But like, that is just, he like missed it. Like he didn't do it because he didn't have a childish sense of humor like me. Like I wanted to probe Uranus. It's funny. So like I shot it, and then they gave me a hard time for it, and it made me lose my shit because they knew. They're like, it's called a probe. It's called Uranus. You're gonna probe Uranus. Dynamite. Just little things like that is one of the reasons why I like Mass Effect 2. I also, the world map. I like the world map. I like that you kind of flew around on the little ship. I like that. I mean, I think we're listening to that music right now. If it's
Yep.
getting old, dude, it's pretty relaxing to me. I mean, it's been 43 minutes and I haven't noticed the loop. So, feeling good. Feeling good. I liked the gunplay, obviously, a lot better than 1. I liked the powers. The party system? I didn't like the party system. Like, he had to bring up that radial menu, and then you could use their moves, and then there was also, like, the D-pad that you could use, and that would also, like,
I
set
never
him to
used
aggressive
that.
or whatever. Oh, and you could, like, put him in cover and shit. Hated
Yeah, I
that.
never use that.
It was not well implemented at all. Didn't like that. But I did like comboing my partner's powers. That was fun. Like
Yeah.
if that's a fucking, who was your party? Who was your go-to 2 people that you would pick like all the time?
On my first playthrough, because I had like no imagination, I always used Miranda and Jacob was just a total piece of shit in combat
Yeah.
because he's locked to pistols and shotguns, which are like total fucking trash because he's never going to be close enough to an enemy, and when he does, he just dies.
Yeah.
But on repeat playthroughs, I still use Miranda because her like
Really?
final upgrade for her passives was she gives everybody else like a 20% bonus to shields and power damage.
Huh.
It might
I
be
never
might
used
be
her.
weapon damage too, but yeah, I was like, that's just too good for me to pass up since she also has access to, I think, overload and
Like pull or something. No, Jacob was
I think-
that guy.
yeah, Pole's
Yeah.
fucking shitty. She has access to warp, so she's good against shields and armor. So she's like the all-around type person.
Yeah.
And then I pretty much always used either Thane, Garrus, or Zaid, because Zaid's just like
Broken strong.
just kills everything on screen with his grenades and snipers.
I really liked the combo of Liara because she has some of the best powers. You know, she-
Liara's not in the game.
Oh, that other blue chick. Who did I
Samara.
keep- No, the other one. Isn't there one more blue chick? Am I wrong?
Jack had the biotic powers.
Jack.
Was
All
it her?
right, then it was probably Jack then. Fucking Jack because she had the yeah, it was Jack. I think it was Jack and Grunt.
Grunt's
Fucking
really good too.
a mix. That's a good mix of biotic and a good mix of straight up damage. So like she'd rip him into the air. I would Rex would just shotgun the shit out of him, or she would like pull him towards us, and then I would fucking throw a push at it and just fucking the character would just shoot into the universe, just gone, because push is fucking wild. I didn't like that all the powers were sort of like a throw the thing power.
Yeah.
Like the fireball, it's like a big arcing, just throw the thing, pull, push. It's just a ball that you throw. Like they could have been really creative with it, and they weren't. Like it didn't need to have like a ball, you know. You should have just been able to like target an enemy, pull it, and like it just does like an animation of his hand doing it, and then like have some fucking wiggly shit around him, and then he just flies into the air. You know, it didn't need to
Yeah.
be like a ball.
They fixed that in 3 and I believe Andromeda, where there's a lot of different powers and how they
Did you ever play
work.
Andromeda?
No, I didn't, but I've
Me
seen
neither.
multiplayer gameplay of it.
Yeah, I was actually like kind of interested when Andromeda got announced. I was like, dude,
It
this
looked
is
really
fucking-
good.
It looked really good, and then you see the first 15 minutes of the game, and it's total hot ass, and you're wondering how the fuck it even got made, and it literally like destroyed BioWare. Like BioWare doesn't exist anymore because of that game.
Did that fully rendered cutscene where your squad mates like pointing the gun?
Backwards.
Yeah,
That was in the trailer, dude. That was in the trailer for the game. And I remember looking at the YouTube comments, and someone's like, that gun is backwards. What the fuck is going on? And she looks like Shrek. There's that Shrek edit of her fucking like falling on you and like doing that smirk.
Yeah.
And it plays that fucking song when he comes out of the outhouse. What's that song? How's that song go?
Is it All Star?
Yeah. But no, isn't that the
Some-
wait? I thought that's when
somebody
he was.
wants
I thought that's when he was fighting the people in the castle.
I don't know. I think it's All Star.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking fucking Shrek song. I mean, come on, it's gonna come right up.
Plus
It's
all those,
All-Star.
yeah, and all those cutscenes where the main character Ryder just looks like a absolutely retarded. I'm sorry for saying that.
No,
She
dude,
looks
and he's a
so
manlet.
stupid.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the male rider
Yeah,
is a
he's
literal manlet.
He's like 5'8".
They compare him to Shepard, and like they do like armor neck to armor neck, and it's like he's like 2 whole feet shorter than Shepard, and it's just like everyone made fun of that. Fucking the please be patient with me, I have autism. Fucking femme writer, where she like the ship shakes and she goes and then like she goes and then she's like looks over, she's like Jesus Christ, like who thought that was acceptable?
Bioware did.
Clearly, and that's why they don't exist. Oh, if I play that song, I'll definitely get sued.
Yeah.
So we
don't play that.
so we won't do that. Maybe EA will fucking stick their fist up my ass, but we'll see what happens. Who gives a shit? Dude, fuck Andromeda, man. That was a thing, dude. Someone I know bought that game. Like, that's a
Full
trip.
price.
Full price.
God,
Bad choice.
I'd buy it for like $5.
I'd get it for free. And then maybe still not play it.
Maybe play it.
But you know, the Mass Effect improved, I think, as it went on. 1, 2, 3, Andromeda. Except for the whole your choices matter thing kind of ended in
Actually not mattering.
Actually not mattering. I liked the my favorite ending was the poop synthesis ending.
Or where he takes a dump in the beam.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like everyone turns to shit. Oh my god. I gotta find that fucking comic. Oh my god. Poop synthesis ending ME3. I think it was like a comic. So good. Whoa. I put Med 3. Oops. ME3. Poop synthesis. Where is it? Or maybe it's a video. Oh well. It's not gay. The video's not alive anymore. It was like it used to be a WebM on fucking V when the game was coming out. So everyone was like, "What the fuck, Shepard? We're all fucking feces now." Awesome. Fucking awesome. But Mass Effect 2. How does Mass Effect 2 end?
You do the suicide mission, then Shepard's like, we gotta prepare for the next war, and they show like 1,000 Reapers entering the galaxy, and that's it.
Huh. So,
although there is a DLC that takes place after the main mission where you like, because like people are panicking because the Reapers are about to arrive, and you have to basically destroy an entire Mass Effect relay so they can't use it, and buy yourself like an extra 1 or 2 years before the Reapers arrive.
Isn't that like Falling Skies? Or was that in the first one?
That was the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot the name, but yeah, so essentially like you destroy the relay, but you also kill like most of the entire Batarian race by doing that for some reason. I never bought it, so I don't know, but yeah. And basically then you start Mass Effect 3 and they're like, oh, the Reapers are about to arrive, and that's what they were saying at the end of Mass Effect 1. And yeah, so it basically picks off right there.
Not bad. Well, we basically covered everything, unless you have more to talk about Mass Effect 2.
I mean, aside from like you having like 20 different powers and upgrades you could choose from in the upgrade menu in Mass Effect 1 to like 4 different things you can pick from in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I remember that. because you could sort of just build your character, and then they streamlined it. And I guess one of the bonuses of streamlining it was the combat did become better, but they did. Oh, and like everything uses heat clips. That was in Mass Effect 2.
I hated that too, by the way.
There was ammo instead of infinite ammo, like in the first one.
Yeah, it's also a huge joke on V, where it's like in the past 2 years our technology improved, so instead of having completely self-regenerating ammo, now we use clips.
Heat clips. Yeah. We gotta jam the new heat clip in. Fucking stupid. That was the stupidest fucking mechanic. Hated that. The infinite weapons was fun. They would overheat at different amounts. Like the shotgun, you get 2 shots, and then it overheats. The pistol, you get like 12 shots, and then it overheats. But if you slow down, you can just keep firing it forever.
Yeah, and as your weapons upgrade, like you could keep shooting the shotgun like near the end of the game, and that shit's never gonna overheat because you have like a level 30 shotgun or whatever.
Oh, awesome.
But
fucking awesome.
You know, Mass Effect 2, if you run out of heat clips,
you got to use your powers, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, can't do anything.
Hated that. I did really hate that. Also, some of the powers were fucking lackluster. Like you said, pull was shit. I liked it. I thought I liked pull because it put him in the air.
I say that because
lift. I liked lift.
A bulk of the biotic powers did not work if the enemy had shields or armor.
Yeah.
And if you play on like Insanity or any of the higher difficulties, like pretty much everything has at least armor or shields. Which means like Adept is like the shittiest class, and it actually makes Engineer and Infiltrator better because they can actually deal with that.
Interesting. See? Fucking, you know too much. You know too much. So, rate Mass Effect 2. What should be our rating scale? Yep. We've had some pretty good rating scales in the past.
I don't know. Can you come up with it?
From rate it from. We'll do it. How do I want to arrange this? So, it's fucking stupid. It's a fucking stupid one. Okay.
Fuck it. Do it.
Fuck it. Rate the game from 1 to Andromeda.
Oh my god, that is fucking stupid.
Yeah. See? I didn't want to do it. But you made me say it. So let me think here.
Well, Andromeda's not good, so after you
like,
won.
One shit to shit or something? Rate the game from Paragon to Renegade. Renegade being the highest ranking, and Paragon being the lowest, because the Paragon choices are for cuck boys. Renegade choices are for fucking for men.
No, I'll just give this game a Renegade, because
you've played it 8 times.
Well, obviously, yeah, but I guess I'm giving this game like the benefit of the doubt. But if you just play this game like by itself and don't think of like the steaming pile of shit that it turns into in Mass Effect 3,
it's rad.
Yeah,
it's a cool space journey with some cool characters.
Yeah, we kind of criticized Mass Effect 2 for kind of being its own self-contained story, but that also benefits it, because like you don't have to deal with all the Reapers and the Deus Ex Machina they come up with at the end of 3. So
yeah, and then the shitty ending of the entire series, and
yeah, a lot of the choices in 2 like only directly benefit or affect 2.
Yeah.
So like you said, like a lot of the stuff you do, it only affects like the suicide mission,
which is a fucking good mission.
And because of like how good the suicide mission was in 2, I had such high expectations for the end of 3, because I was like, oh cool, all these choices that I did are going to basically affect like not really just a final mission, but like how it ends in 3.
Yeah.
So I thought like, oh, all these characters might die because I made some bad choices, but all these characters also might live because I made good choices and that type of thing. Or like this entire race is going to die because I messed up.
Dude, that would have been fucking awesome. Could you imagine? That would have been fucking crazy.
Well, I was imagining, which is why I was so disappointed.
That's why you were so disappointed. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree with you that one of the pluses that this game has is that it is its own story. So you don't need to play one. Shepard, they tell you who Shepard is. They just tell you. You know, you're just a dude. And you literally play the first mission with a helmet on. So you don't even, you don't have a face until you get
recreate his face.
rebuilt. You know, so you really get to be a new character, has no ties to anything other than like this company and like your old crew and your old ship and Joker, you know, and then you introduce characters, but like you don't need to know them from the first game, like Tali or Garrus.
They introduce themselves like, oh, I knew you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
then,
okay.
Hey, oh
Yes, I knew
shit, Garrus, it's you. Holy fuck, I didn't expect that. But his mission is so good that you like him on his own merits. And then when you get to his loyalty mission, it stands by itself. You don't need 1 or 3 to have this really great moment with Garrus. You know, you don't need anything but 2 in terms of like, I want to play a space opera game with some alright combat that'll kill 20 hours, that I get to make some choices. It's pretty easy, you know, and have just a good time. Mass Effect 2 is the game for that. It's a good space game. There aren't very many like super great games that take place in space and shit. Like there need to be more games like Mass Effect, I think, that give us like Deus Ex in space. Like we need some more of that shit because the aesthetic of this game is fucking great. Like, dude, there's a song playing in the background of this podcast right now, and it feels like we're floating through space right now. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's like the entire thing that brought me to Mass Effect 2, because I was like, it's got some shooting, it got some RPG elements, and it's like a space game. Those are like my 3 favorite things, and they just combine them all into one game. Like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So I just bought it and played it and fucking loved it.
And I am also going to rate this game a Renegade because I've played it a bunch of times. I could turn it on. I have them installed on my PS3, all 3 of them. Me and you could play Mass Effect 3 multiplayer right fucking now if the servers are still up. Right now. Okay, still got them. I could turn on Mass Effect 2, start a new character, even just play it for like 8 hours until I get bored just throwing powers and upgrading characters and getting to a point where... What the fuck? Dude, Skyrim just kicked on.
Wow.
Fucking cucked. Holy shit. I wasn't paying attention to how long it had, and like I just hear doo 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 doo.
Oh, the next video played?
Yeah.
Oh. You're getting sued now.
I'm definitely getting sued now. Oh
Gotta
well.
end it fast then.
Oh shit. Oh well. That was funny. What a fucking great moment. I'm gonna give it a Renegade. It's a fun game. It's worth playing. I would definitely, even if you don't want the investment of playing all the Mass Effect games, just play 2 and then decide if that's enough or if you want to play 1, which is like so hard to play because you're going from improved gameplay to less improved gameplay.
Yeah.
That's a hard jump. That was a hard jump for me, was like jumping.
I went from the super fluid gameplay from Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, then going to 1 where it's like clunky as fuck and like you're struggling just to get on cover.
Yeah.
It was so hard to get used to.
Yeah. So I would definitely give this a Renegade for sure. I like this game. I like the characters in it. I like the music. The gameplay is adequate. The RPG elements are adequate, but the levels are great. Like some of the planets and shit you go to. I love Omega. I like club levels. I already said that. The music in the club is great. I think the alien races are pretty interesting. You know, they're all sort of bipedal creatures, and they all speak English, which is cool. But, you know...
For some reason,
you know. But that's okay. It's a good game. I like it. Yep. I would play it again, and I would recommend people play it, and just have a good time with it. It's not a bad game by any means. It's a perfectly adequate game.
I agree.
All right. Well, that'll end this then. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just turn it off. Fucking.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to do like an ending. So if you like this content, please like the video, share with your friends. Don't leave a comment. I don't care. And remember, simply be despair. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike.
Bye.